severe areas in Connecticut, August 19, 2024. Flash flood emergency in Connecticut prompts water rescues and evacuations. Water rescues were underway Sunday after heavy rains prompted a flash flood emergency in New Haven and Fairfield counties in Connecticut, according to the National Weather Service. Major flooding and water rescues were still ongoing Sunday, the Weather Service warned. The emergency warning, which has now been downgraded to a flood watch, covers the towns of Waterbury, Danbury, and Fairfield. David Stark of the National Weather Service in New York told CNN whether that 6 to 10 inches of rain fell across southwestern Connecticut in a span of about 6 to 9 hours Sunday, most of it falling in the afternoon. Monroe, Connecticut, received 9.98 inches of rain, a once-in-200-year event for the town. In an update Sunday evening, the Weather Service said flooding had also affected the towns of Oxford, Seymour, and Cheshire, which are outside the flash flood emergency. Rainfall has fallen between 2 and 6 inches. Additional rainfall of 0.5 to 1.0 inches is possible in the warned areas. Flash flooding is already occurring, the Weather Service warned. Emergency management continues to report water rescues, several landslides, numerous roads and bridges washed out, and rivers overflowing from central Fairfield County to northern New Haven County. Additionally, emergency management officials are assessing the integrity of several dams in the area, the Weather Service said. Several other flash flood warnings were in place across the Northeast. Nearly 1 million people in Suffolk County, New York, were under a flash flood emergency as of 4:30 a.m. Monday, the National Weather Service in New York City said. The heavy rain has created hazardous driving conditions, prompting several Connecticut cities and towns, including Stamford, Danbury, Southbury, and Naugatuck, to close roads. Many roads in the city are flooded due to the heavy rain. We urge residents to stay indoors, if possible, the Southbury Police Department said. Officers are working throughout the city, responding to emergencies and road closures. On Sunday afternoon, heavy rain also triggered a landslide, which caused a gas leak near an apartment complex in Danbury, which had to be evacuated, Danbury Public Information Officer Aaron Henry told CNN. Another Danbury apartment complex on Main Street also had to be evacuated due to flooding, Henry added. In a post on X, the Connecticut Department of Emergency Management and Homeland Security said the state's Emergency Operations Center was monitoring the situation and had deployed an urban search and rescue team to Southbury. At least 2 state parks were closed due to flooding, according to a post on the Connecticut State Parks X account. Meanwhile, more than 700 flights were canceled at 3 major airports near New York City on Sunday as thunderstorms rolled through the area Sunday night. JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia airports all experienced weather shutdowns, according to FAA.gov. The shutdowns were in effect as of 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Trains were also affected, with Amtrak saying severe weather had flooded the tracks between Philadelphia's 30th Street Station and New York Penn Station on Sunday. Crews have advised us that the water on the tracks is gradually receding. Customers traveling in the affected area should expect delays of 60 to 90 minutes, Amtrak said in a statement posted on its website. Beacon Hose Fire Company rescued 19 people and a dog from severe flooding at the Brookside Inn in Oxford and a nearby residence Sunday night. Around 5 p.m., a Beacon Hose ambulance responded to a medical call at Seymour and Oxford when a BH-8 encountered flooding near the Brookside Inn. The crew, who were unable to contact a nearby package store, reported that the floodwaters were rising rapidly, raising concerns that the Brookside Inn structure could collapse with 18 people inside. With Oxford firefighters overwhelmed by the citywide emergency, Beacon Hose was given permission to begin the rescue operation. Truck 6 and Rescue 4, along with the Beacon Hose Special Operations Trailer, were dispatched to the scene. Firefighters Cal Brennan and Christian Hotchkiss were the first to reach a nearby residence, where they evacuated a woman and her dog. Using Truck 6's 107-foot aerial ladder, crews then accessed the cement patio of the Brookside Inn and began searching the building. They found 18 people sheltering on the second floor and the main level of the restaurant. Firefighters helped 17 people climb an aerial ladder to safety. One person, who required medical attention, was evacuated using a Stokes basket but was released after evaluation. The rescue operation was completed by 7:30 p.m., with all 19 people and the dogs safely evacuated. During the rescue, a large propane tank broke loose, releasing gas that engulfed part of the building. The rushing floodwaters also carried dangerous debris, including vehicles and dumpsters. Despite these hazards, no injuries were reported. Beacon Hose transported evacuees to their headquarters using department minibuses to await pickup. The lower Naugatuck Valley region was flooded with rain on Sunday, August 18th, prompting First Lady Anne-Marie Dragonis to open an emergency shelter at Seymour High School, 211 Mountain Road. We are conducting voluntary evacuations of residents along the river and all active springs and streams, Dragonis said in a recorded message received by the Valley Indy at 7:56 p.m. If you need to evacuate and are unable to do so, please call 911.